Hey guys, hope you're all doing well today. I had a very interesting week. This is Sunday. I'll probably put this out Monday, uh, which I have no idea what date that is. It is getting insane. I know next week is the 26th, so I have no idea what week this is. But I had a pretty interesting week, to say the least. It was my last week at my current job, so it was kind of bittersweet. I was ready to move on to the next big main chapter of my life, which is my new career, and um, it was kind of bittersweet because I wanted to leave and I didn't want to leave. There was a little bit of stress with the owner at points, and that's just something that I don't think if you do have the opportunity to leave it for a better job, go ahead and do it. You kind of don't need that kind of stress. Certain situations popped up that I just wasn't happy with, and it just made me want to look for something different. I am going to miss the work, though. I did enjoy, now that I'm not working there, I can get kind of more detailed with what I actually did on a regular basis, but I basically had to do with measuring countertops and as well as drawing them on CAD, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, but what sucked is that I was actually utilizing something I went to college for, which is pretty hard to find nowadays. You know what? It's over and done, and I gotta move on now. So there, yeah. So currently, I am going through all of the board games that I had left over when I closed my online gaming store. I found a place in Janesville that will actually buy them, so I emailed them and I'm just waiting to hear back. So hopefully I hear back in the next day or two. But I would like to get the rest of these out of my room. I started playing through Marvel, and I hate this. I hate that I just put out a video saying how I wasn't going to buy any more games, and I ended up buying more games. The game that I bought was for the PS4, and if you played any of the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games, they're really fun. Marvel Ultimate Alliance came out on the PS2. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 came out on the PS2. Ultimate Alliance 2 came out on the PS3. Great games, fun games. I'm having a blast with them. I know some people have been a little turned off. The only thing that really turned me off about the game was the price. So it was on a flash sale, and I think it ended today. But the flash sale brought it down to $23, and I think it was regular like $50 or $60. So I'm like, you know what? That's not a bad price for those two games because you can get a lot of playability out of them. I went and got them, and been playing through the second one. I played through a little bit of the first one, but the second one had better graphics, and I like the character choice, so I went back and played some of that. Excuse me. I also started up Kingdom Hearts again. I should be finishing Kingdom Hearts 1 in the next week. 2 I want to make in the next 2 weeks. That really depends, though, on the new job, because the new job is going to be very demanding in terms of hours worked, and I don't know the proper word for it, but it's a more of a mental job than it is a labor-induced job, so it's going to be very, very stress-induced for at least the next couple months, or few months, so it should be interesting. Alright, so get this. In the past couple months, actually more than a couple months, I'd probably say the past like half year, I've wanted to try getting into D&D. I was never actually in a group of friends that play D&D. I was one of those kids who got along with any group, but unfortunately that was just like the one group I never actually got into. But I got all the books, and I got some people together to play some Dungeons and Dragons. So that's gonna be a first for me. I'm kind of excited. I know it's like I'm normally just with movies, comics, games, stuff like that, or video games, but now I actually get to go into something that's far more nerdier than. That's an interesting thing. Nerd and geek. The difference between those two words. So when I looked them up online, a geek is a connoisseur of their. I know it's not the proper word, but I'm just referencing now. They're basically like a craft of their trade, while a nerd is a fanboy type thing, where a geek knows a geek knows everything about Harry Potter, but a nerd will latch onto it, not know anything about it, and use terminology on it, like calling people a muggle or something. So there's actually difference between those two words, how they're interchangeable in most media, but if you actually delve into the word, they're actually two different things. I would be a geek. Nerd with some things, but a geek for the most part. Geek with Marvel, geek with Pokemon, geek with video games in general. Harry Potter. So, what are you a geek of, or what are you a nerd of? Good questions. Alright, so I'm going through, at the moment, I'm currently going through a lot of the Disney restaurants in the Walt Disney World area itself, like Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and a few at the resorts and whatnot. And if you ever get a chance, I highly recommend going to this one, the Yak and Yeti. There's a Yak and Yeti main restaurant, then there's the Yak and Yeti refreshment stand, I think, and then there's also this one, which is the Yak and Yeti local food cafe. It's basically, instead of actually going inside and having the full restaurant, it's a quick service, see if I can get a little closer. It's a quick service place. You can just pop in over here, get something to eat, and then wrap around to the side over here, and this is a seating area. Usually ranges about $15 and under. Highly recommend it. It's good Asian-inspired food. Orange chicken is delicious, and so is their fried rice. So I highly, highly recommend this. If you ever get lucky enough to go to Disney World, definitely check it out. Okay, so when I was going through the restaurants and some of the park information, I actually got to thinking about what some of my favorite stuff could be, and I figured that would actually be something pretty interesting to put in a vlog video. So that's what I'm going to do. I actually found a list of 35, I think it was on the sheet, 35 different Disney-based questions, and I'm going to go through each of them, and we're going to answer them, and you guys are going to get more of a taste of what I feel about Disney. So here we go. Alright, so starting off with question number 1, you have favorite character. My favorite character is Winnie the Pooh. Number 2, you have favorite princess. That would have to be Rapunzel. I found that, oddly enough, I found that movie very interesting and very, very well done. Number 3, favorite heroine. Favorite heroine, that would be Fa Mulan. Favorite prince. I don't really have a favorite prince. I guess Beast. Beast would be a prince. He was a prince, correct? So I'm gonna go with him. He's probably my favorite one. Probably the only one I actually care about. Favorite animal. No, favorite hero. Favorite hero. Favorite hero would have to be Robin Hood in the Disney animated Robin Hood. Favorite animal. There's so many to pick from. You have from The Fox and the Hound. You have Todd and Copper from Moana. You have the rooster. Forgot his name, but he was hysterical. Favorite animal. It's dead, but I would have to go with Zero, Jack's dog from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Number 7, favorite sidekick. I would have to pick Mushu. Yeah, I would have to pick Mushu. Favorite villain for number 8. Favorite villain. That one's a real tough one. I have 2. If I had to go with more mainstream answer to where everybody would actually know which character this is, it would be Gaston. But if I actually had to do my all-time favorite, encompassing all of Disney, it would be the Chernabog, which, if you've seen Fantasia, or if you played Kingdom Hearts or saw some of the Disney shorts, the Chernabog is basically the embodiment of evil. And it was, I want to say at one time it was even praised as being like the most authentic form of evil in a Disney film. So I definitely want to go with Chernabog. Number 9, favorite original character. This is like the original, like Mickey, Minnie, stuff like that. Favorite character. I would definitely have to go with Mickey. Favorite love song. I'm going to go with Kiss the Girl from Little Mermaid. Number 11, favorite song. Favorite song would have to be... Favorite song, okay, would have to be... This is Halloween by, or from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Number 12, favorite villain song. Gaston. Oh, yes, one of the best villain songs. Least favorite song. I know a lot of people pick on It's a Small World because, I totally understand why. But to me, I actually kind of like that song. When you actually stop and listen to the lyrics, it's not a bad song. Um, I know I'm going to get heat for this one, but I'm going to have to go with Let It Go. Number 14, favorite kiss. Favorite kiss. Little Mermaid, when they're sitting in the boat and the Kiss the Girl song is playing. First movie you saw, the first movie I saw, that one's pretty interesting. The first one I know I saw more than this before this, but I'm gonna have to go with the first one I actually remember seeing was The Lion King when it first came out in theaters. I know for a fact I saw more, but it's one of those things in your memory that you know you did, but you're just not exactly, so you don't just want to say words. um, if you might get it wrong. So I'm going to go with Lion King in the movie theater. So number 16 says favorite classic. I'm going to keep it to, it doesn't emphasize on what favorite classic, like ride, movies, whatever. I'm going to stick with movies since we're kind of on that trail right now. Favorite classic movie would have to be The Fox and the Hound. Love that movie. Song that always gets stuck in your head. I don't know the name of it. I don't even know if it actually has the lyrics or not. But it's the whistle from. It's what the. I don't even know if it's a whistle. It's what the rooster was playing in the very beginning of Robin Hood. He's playing it on the little guitar that he's got. Absolutely love that song. It gets stuck in my head all the time. I used to whistle it at my current job. I used to whistle it at that job all the time. Ooh, 17 is favorite Pixar film. Favorite Pixar film. That would have to be. That one could be a couple. Up is a really good one. Bug's Life. I like the Bug's Life. I know I'm going to get heat for this. I really didn't care for Toy Story too much. Was not really a big fan of that one. Inside Out is one of my favorite Pixar films. I'm going to go with Inside Out. Now that I think about it, I want to go with Inside Out. I love that film. Rigor Mortis. Ooh. Rigor Mortis kicking in. Arthritis. Number 19, least favorite Pixar film. Toy Story. All of them. Favorite sequel. I'm going to go with Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean. Number 21 is an overrated movie. Frozen. Without a doubt. Alright, so number 22 is underrated movie. It doesn't say most, but basically what they're asking. So an underrated movie. Okay, perfect one. Hercules. I absolutely love that movie. It's one of my top 5 favorite Disney movies, I would want to say. And I don't feel like there's no rides for it. There's, every now and then you'll hear a song, but, other than that, there's nothing in the Disney parks, or at least here in the U.S. that actually show anything from Hercules. I highly think that's probably one of the most underrated Disney movies of all time. It is such a good movie. Absolutely loved it. Number 23, movie that makes you laugh. WALL-E. That movie was funny. I loved it. Movie that makes you cry. Fox and the Hound. The ending of it. I don't want to ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet because it's such a good movie. The saddest scene from your favorite movie. My favorite movie of all time is The Nightmare Before Christmas. What would a sad scene be there? Okay. Perfect scene from that would be when Jack is actually trying to do Christmas his way, and I know his heart is in the right place, and he's thinking that he's doing the right thing, but he ends up scaring all the kids, and the kids' parents and the authorities take action, and they shoot him down with a rocket. There's not a whole lot of sad scenes in that movie, but that's probably one of them. The saddest death. Ooh. It's really a tie between Bambi's mother dying and Mufasa. I don't think you can really say which one is better. A better death scene? I don't think there is such thing. But I would rank those as like the 2 most emotional death scenes in Disney. Favorite quote from Disney. Okay, so I looked this one up because I didn't want to get it wrong. It's from Hercules, and it's called A True Hero Isn't. It's called. It says, a true hero isn't measured by the size of his strength, but by the strength of his heart. That is a damn good quote. And very deep. Okay, so now we're kind of getting away from the movies, and we're actually starting to go into the parks, which I was looking forward to. So, what is my favorite theme park? Epcot, hands down, will always be my favorite. Just because of all of World Showcase, and I could get to see all of the different cultures of the world. Absolutely love it. I will never ever, I don't think I will ever fly to another country, just because I hate flying with a strong passion. And this gives me my best opportunity to actually go overseas. Favorite theme attraction? Ooh. Favorite theme attraction. I wonder if this can actually be an attraction. World Showcase. I know I just mentioned it in the last one with Epcot being my favorite park, but World Showcase, I think as a whole, is my favorite attraction out of any one of the parks. Just because of the reasons I said before, being able to see all those different cultures, but also the architect. I went to school for architect. I love anything that has to do with architecture and homes and stuff like that. So being able, like, I absolutely love taking pictures of all the architecture. Love it to death. Highly recommend that if you do go to Disney World and you do go to Epcot, take your time. I know a lot of people take their time going through Magic Kingdom, but take your time going through Epcot and actually study and look at all of the architecture. It'll just blow your mind. It is so good. Favorite theme park show? Fantasia from Hollywood Studios. Favorite soundtrack? This one is kind of up in the air because there are so many good ones. The Nightmare Before Christmas. I can listen to that whole thing. Moana. Brave. Hercules, that's another good one. So many good ones. Mary Poppins. I would if I had to pick one though, the Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack. Favorite theme park ride? So many to pick from. See, I don't really just have one, but I could pick one from each park. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Epcot, Mission Space, Animal Kingdom, Expedition Everest, Hollywood Studios would be Rock and Roller Coaster, and Magic Kingdom would be the Haunted Mansion. Least favorite ride or attraction? Okay, perfect example just popped into my head. In Animal Kingdom, I'm not a colossal fan of Finding Nemo. Just not. And they have a musical for Finding Nemo in Animal Kingdom. They have one for Lion King, and Lion King is amazing. It's based off of the Broadway show. So when I saw they had a Finding Nemo one, I gave it a chance, and I was going to be like, yeah, well, they nailed Beauty and the Beast and Lion King. I mean, can't really do bad, I guess. Well, they did. I absolutely hated it, and it was the most boring thing I've ever been to. Number 34, what is your favorite memorabilia from a Disney trip? I have, every time I go to Epcot, I'll either stop in China. I think it's China. I go to China and I usually get some swords, ninja swords or katanas, or something from that area. But I would have to say I have a, and I'll post a picture here so you guys can see it, but I have the pot from Nightmare Before Christmas that Sally uses to keep some of her stuff in. And I absolutely love that pot. It's it is my favorite thing out of all of my memorabilia, hands down. And the last question is, what would be my dream job at Disney? My dream job at Disney. For the longest time, I wanted to say animation, just because I'm into art and drawing. But in all honesty, I think I would rather be one of the cast members working around the parks. Alright guys, so that is actually going to do it for this episode. Sorry this one is so short. Take out the questions from Disney, and it was a pretty short video. Like I said, this week was kind of hectic with the stress and whatnot from leaving the job and getting prepared for another one. So this week I'm going to be doing a whole lot more streaming because I have a week off before I actually start my new job. I plan on putting out a couple videos for gaming, as well as one or two vlog videos. So I will see you guys later. Take care, have a good night, and I will see you next time. Bye.